So today we're going to go ahead and get started right away. And what you can see behind me is what we're going to be working on. So if you've never made a zombie spawner farm, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. So here's our zombie spawner farm. And what we need to do is we need to dig a 9 by 9. So that means 9 blocks across and 9 blocks wide. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that, and then we'll jump to the next step. So once you got your area mined out, a 9 by 9, what we need to do from the spawner, go down 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got to mine out this 9 by 9 all the way down to that block down there. Okay, since we mined all the way down, we could go ahead and move on to the next step. But before I do, I'm going to go ahead and decorate this room because this is going to be the spawn room. And I kind of like to decorate it a little bit. I don't like to leave it like this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but this is optional. You guys do not have to do this. So I will be right back. Okay, so this is the decoration I decided to go with. You can, like I said, it's completely optional. You can do whatever you want here. The most important thing is you got a 9 by 9. That's the most important thing. Now what you have to decide is which direction are you going to send your zombies. I think I'm going to send them this direction. So the water's going to be flowing this direction. What we need to do now is we're going to have to cut out this little area. So now that you pick the side that you want to send the zombies, you got to dig a trench going along the wall 1 block down. Now you can decorate the walls in this however you want. It's not going to have any impact on what we're going to be doing. Okay, and once you've dug out 1 block wide trench on whatever side you wish to push your zombies, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to dig 3 or 4 blocks this way. So for me, I went 3 blocks, and I'm going to be coming up here. We need to take note of these coordinates, but for me, I know where this is going to be located because that's where my kill chamber is going to be. So for example, if you put it somewhere where your kill chamber is not going to be, you're going to have to write some coordinates down. But I already know where my coordinates are because when I go up top, I see this dirt block and I know that's where I'm going to be starting. So from where your elevator is going to be, we're going to count 4 blocks over. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 5th block, this is going to be where we're going to start killing zombies. Okay, so I placed my kill block right there. And what we need to do from here, we need to go 22 blocks up. Now, a good way to keep track is give yourself exactly 22 blocks. So for example, I can have 22 dirt and I know when I run out, that's 22 blocks up. That's an easy way to keep track. So I'm going to go ahead and dig up. Okay, here I am, 22 blocks up. Now I'm going to go 4 blocks over. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we are, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here we are, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if we dig straight down, that should be right where our elevator is. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there we go. We now have the hole dug out for the elevator and for our kill drop zone. Now what I'm going to do is create an infinite water source. We're going to need this later, but it's nice just to start now because we're going to start adding water. So we got to go back up to the top to where that area is from that connects from this area to this area. And you're going to want to bring water and signs. So the zombies are going to come up here and go that direction. So we need to create enough headspace so they don't get stuck. So I'm going to go ahead and dig out another block so we're 3 blocks high. Now what I'm going to do is place a sign here. And we're going to place a sign here. And we need to put water against this sign. And it's going to push us this way. Okay, so now that we've done that, what we need to do is we need to go back to the bottom. Now I'm going to go ahead and enclose this now. You could have done it earlier. It didn't have to be at this minute. Okay, so the water should be flowing this way. And we need to put a sign here. So now what we need to do is we need to place a sign here and here. This prevents the water from coming back this way. And we're going to put a soul sand here. Put a piece of kelp. And we're going to go all the way to the top with the kelp. Now, depending on how high you have to go, you might run out of breath. So take some caution here. Okay, now that we're here at the top, the flow's going this way. Now what we could do is we could break all this kelp. And that should push the zombies up that way. Let's go see if it works. That kelp should come back down. Yes, it did. Now we can decorate this kill chamber a little bit. Now one important thing to note is we need to place a slab on each of these. The reason being is the little demon zombies can still escape through the bottom here if we do not have this slab. Okay, with that done, we need to place a water source that goes this direction. So after you place your water source against the wall into the direction you want the water to go in, you'll notice that the water doesn't quite go all the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to break this block, 1, 2. We're going to place a fence post at the very bottom. Then we're going to break this block, this block. Now the water goes all the way. And I'll show you how this works. Zombie spawns. The water is going to be pushing us this way. Zombie goes into this water. The water is pushing us closer to the elevator. This fence post will push us up. And then this water catches us. Now we're going to make one last adjustment here. And very carefully, I'm going to break this block and put a stair like that. That way it'll force the zombies so it doesn't get all stuck and crowded in there. Now comes the time where we got to start adding water into here to push us this way. Okay, now that we finished with the elevator portion, what we need to do is we need to place one row of blocks. Any blocks will do, whatever you want. And then above this block, we need to place a water source on each block. just like that. Okay, so it should look like that. The water's going to force the zombies to go in there, and then the zombies will go into the elevator. Now we're almost done here. We need to create a collection system right here. So this is one way you could do it, and then I'll show you another way. And here's the other way you could do it. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like this since I just made all this just to show you guys. You're going to have to enclose this minecart with hopper just to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. But yeah, we're pretty much done. We just got to go ahead and go activate the zombie spawner. Okay, the zombies have been spawned. Now, all we got to do is wait for them to get sucked up. There they go. So 3 punches, basically a wooden sword is good enough. And then there you have it. But I'm not going to leave it just like this. I'm going to go ahead and decorate this, but I will come back and show you what I got done. So I will be right back. Okay, so I finished decorating it and I'll show you what I did. So here we go. This is the entrance. I didn't do anything too fancy because I just want this to flow with the mine, and I am probably not going to be coming through this entrance that often. And this is just a little entryway. I'm probably going to make some sort of enchanting thing here or possibly in here, but here we go. My whole goal here was to kind of make this like an archaeologist found this zombie spawner and turned it into a room. What I did here is made this roof like an overgrown roof. I really love what I did with this roof. It looks really cool. Put some soul lanterns and regular lanterns. And here's the zombie spawner. Down here is the chest. As you can see, it's been working really well. I got all this zombie flesh. And if we take a look, they are spawning like crazy. Back here, nothing fancy. I probably will make a door that goes that way. There's really nothing over there, but if I ever wanted to go that way, I could. And as you can see here, I'm put mending on this pickaxe because it was just about broke, but just a couple punches kills them. I hope you like what I did with the place. I think it looks pretty cool. And that's going to be it for today's episode. I just wanted this to be basically a tutorial for the zombie spawner for anybody that wanted to make one and doesn't know how. But next episode, we'll probably create something that gets us down here a little bit faster, because going through the mine and running down here, it's not really time efficient. So that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.